Hello there. Welcome. Mo here. Um, Thank you for being here. Today I'm doing the prompt for day 19 of Neo-Pagan November. The prompt is my God, Goddess. And if you didn't know, Neo-Pagan November is a month-long challenge during the month of November started by Brittany, the Sunshine State Witch. And I'm running a little bit late, but I actually had a little bit of a hard time with this one because I I I kept going back and forth. Um am I going to openly say who I worship? Am I going to openly say who inspires me, who I find support in? Is it is it is it my place to share these gods and goddesses with the public, with you? Um, do they want people to know that I am their devotees? Um, when you're working with a god or a goddess, you're working with a live energy, right? Um, if you believe in a god or a goddess, you believe in somebody who is alive and who has a personality and um, who has a will. And so, just like maybe somebody in your life wouldn't want to have other people know something about them, or other people in your life want to have some privacy. I wasn't sure if my gods and goddesses wanted privacy and if they wanted to just be kept to me, or if I could actually share a little bit about them and how they came into my life. Um, I I I was a monotheist. When I was a Christian, I believed in the Hebrew God, um, Jesus, the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the God, one God, and I didn't believe in other gods. Not that I just didn't believe other gods existed. And now I'm definitely a polytheist, and so when I was a Christian, I believed that Jesus was God, and I still believe that Jesus is a God. I believe that Jesus is an ascended master. I believe he's one of the many gods. And he's not one of my gods. I don't believe in him as somebody that I would see as my own personal God. Um, I do believe he's a god. I still give him God status, but he's just not somebody that I call one of my gods. He is represented on my altar, however, as an ascended master in his Jesus form. And I do believe in the I am presence and the Christ consciousness. So even though I'm not a Christian anymore, sorry, my eyes are watering. With this winter weather, I'm getting like cold symptoms. So even though I'm not a Christian anymore, I still acknowledge that there are many gods and goddesses, and I only serve a fraction of the gods and goddesses out there. And so I guess I'll just show you a few of the statues I have. I won't tell you about all my gods and goddesses because some of them are more personal than others, but I will tell you a little bit about some of them and why I chose to answer their call and work with them. I don't follow my gods and goddesses so that I can get stuff from them. I'm not looking for wealth or love, um, material goods. I know they give me protection, but I don't necessarily. I didn't come to them for protection because I did believe that I had to protect myself as a witch. I just thought that I had the responsibility of putting up my own protection. So when I came to these gods and goddesses, some I've known longer than others. Um, it wasn't to receive anything. It wasn't even to work with them in spells. It was just because I wanted to answer their call. I was curious. I felt a pull towards them. I don't know everything there is to know about each one of the gods and goddesses that I serve. But I have a desire to know more about each one of them. I have a desire to be committed to them for life, each one of them. I give them gratitude on a regular basis, daily. And I see in each one of them qualities that I see in myself. And each one of them came to me at a different time of my life and for a different reason. And so I'm really grateful for them. And I'll just show you a few of the statues and tell you a little bit about them. So I'm gonna start with Pan. This is Pan playing his flute. Pan is not on my altar. He's actually sitting up on top of a shelf up at the top of the wall. Pan is very mischievous, and he's very independent, and he's a god that called to me when I came out of a very serious panic attack. I think he saw that because Pan stems from the word panic, and I had a panic attack, I think he saw that he was somebody who wanted to know me, be represented as somebody who supports me, and somebody who sees me, who understands, what I've been through, the scars that panic attack left me with. And so I keep him up here, separate from the rest of my gods and goddesses, just because he's that type of individual. He's somebody who wants to be alone, in my opinion, in my life. He wants to be separate. He wants to just have his space. And I remember looking at statues of Pan on Instagram. Other people had posted them. I was always drawn to him, but I didn't know that he wanted to, be in my life until after I survived a crazy panic episode. So now I'll take you down to my altar. Like I said, I'm only showing some of my gods and goddesses. So this is Ellen with the antlers. Ellen is the goddess of the land. And to connect with the land, I felt drawn to her. She is one of the only goddesses that I've seen who has antlers. And to me, that represents divine masculine, that represents leadership and responsibility. And she's also the goddess of animals. She takes care of the land and the animals. And then I have Baphomet, who you may have heard me talk about before. Baphomet is the universe to me. He is everything. He is duality. I was drawn to him just based on his look. He has a mysterious quality to him, and I really find strength in him. Over here I have Morgan holding the the raven, the raven here. Morrigan is a goddess of war. She's also a goddess who predicts the results of war. I really like Morrigan. I love her because she reminds me of myself when I was a teenager. She reminds me of how strong and courageous and independent I was. And I see that in her. I see her as a representation of me as a teenager. Here I have Santa Muerte, La Santissima, Holy Death in English. She represents overcoming the fear of death to truly live life. Over here I have Danu. Danu helped the Tuatha De Danann to win their war. Danu to me represents the crone and everything I want to embody as a crone when I become a crone. She represents dignity, confidence, poise. She's holding water. She represents life. Even as a crone, she represents somebody who brings life. And that's why I feel really called to Danu. Over here, I have Cernunnos. He's also the god of animals and the woods. But he's also, oops, sorry. I'm putting my fingers in the way. He's also a god of riches and wealth. I've walked by animals that have been crying, like squirrels that cry, or I don't know if they're actually crying, but they make a noise that sounds like they're crying. And I say, don't worry, Cernunnos is watching over you. Here I have Hecate, the goddess of witches. Hecate is also the goddess of the crossroads. I see her as a warrior. She holds the torch here. She bears the torch. She holds the keys. She's a leader. As a witch myself, and her being the goddess of witches, Hecate, she's very stern, and she's a very stern goddess. She's not very warm. I would see her more as the Queen of Swords. In her qualities, in her character, she's more a Queen of Swords energy. But sometimes I need that because as an Aquarius, as an air sign, the Queen of Swords is actually my card. So she helps me to really embody my truth, and she guides me and she supports me. She's so strong. And over here I have Saradwin. Saradwin is the keeper of the Cauldron of Awen, the cauldron of magic and inspiration. She's a very warm goddess. I love Saradwin because she's quiet. She's poised. She doesn't say much, but she has a gentle strength to her. Oops. So I have a lot of other statues here that represent other gods and goddesses that I work with. They don't all have official statues. Here's another goddess that I work with. This opalite angel represents a goddess that I work with. So does this pink one. So does this black obsidian. This one in the back, the nun represents the goddess. And here, this This praying statue represents a goddess as well. So that's my altar with all my gods and goddesses on it. Up there I have another representation of a goddess that I work with. That's actually Medusa. And over here I have another goddess that I work with, Isis. And over here, Freya. So yeah, I work with a lot of gods and goddesses. So those are a few of the gods and goddesses that I work with. Like I said, I'm a polytheist. I believe in many gods and goddesses. If I had to analyze myself and explain why I work with so many, I would just say that there are many facets of the universe, and it's like a ray of light, you know, shining a bunch of rays from one source, and each ray is a separate energy, and each god and goddess is a separate energy of source, and they're each their own person, but they each stand for something different, and their specialty is something different. And I think as an Aquarius, I'm very complicated, and I need a lot of love. So to me, it feels good to have so many people supporting me, so many gods and goddesses supporting me, and I like to return the love back to them. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.